What's up everybody, welcome to the channel. We have the weekly rotation series. I talk about which fragrances I wore last week and I get your insights as well in the comments down below. Leave me your weekly rotation or some of the fragrances that really stood out to you. I would love to know. I'm always ordering new fragrances, so you guys always help me out, like picking up new fragrances and stuff. So this week I got to wear a bunch of different ones, and including a new Armani code Elixir. So I'm gonna talk about this one. This was on Friday, and I got to actually wear that one out to an event, and I got a couple compliments from that event, which, I mean, a lot of the people that I was interacting with were friends, long time friends, so it was kind of biased, but it was like 3 or 4 compliments, so I was happy about that. But I haven't seen them in a while, so it was a really nice interaction that we had. So all right, starting it off on Monday, I wore this sexy beast. I don't feel like this one gets talked about enough. I don't talk about it enough because I just throw it in back of my shelf and never talk about it. It's a shame. But Gisada Ambassador, this is the intense version. I wanted to wear the original version, but I found myself gravitating towards the original one so much that I haven't pulled the intense version in a very long time. So I thought it would be appropriate to give this one a shot again. So this one is kind of it's a deeper, richer, it's a more intense version of the original Gisada Ambassador, but this one has kind of like a Dior Sauvage Elixir kind of style, but it still has that nice, like, beautiful, fruity mango kind of thing going on in here, like the original one has. That's what really turns me on to it. So long story short on this one, it's fruity, it's mango, and it's nice floral touches in here, but it's mainly a smoky woods kind of smell in the deep dry down. Musk heavy here. It smells like a total douchebag. This one smells like you have a PhD and pulling phone numbers from attractive women. I would say that this one is really good. I personally like the original one a lot better. Gisada Ambassador, the OG, the original. But this one is an excellent going out nighttime fragrance. It just smells so good. Fruity, but it's also got that nice Dior Sauvage kind of sexiness appeal to it. I actually might wear this one again next week because it's just so magnificently good. Very underrated house, honestly. Gisada, I feel like they are so slept on. It should be criminal. All right, then on Tuesday, it was a bit of a rainy day, and I chose the perfect fragrance. I wanted to try these ones out together. This is Dior Homme Intense and the House of Dastan's Love Flame. So I'm doing a collaboration with the House of Dastan, and I'm doing a bunch of reviews for them. So, and this one is very similar to Dior Homme Intense. It has that same kind of like buttery, smooth iris, that nice floral character, touch of that vanillic kind of tone, and that cocoa kind of vibe. They're pretty much identical scents in the top, but in the dry down is where they differ completely. I prefer Love Flame a lot better in the dry down because it has a lot more of a frankincense, heavy woods kind of smell. Relies more on like the patchouli, smoky balsam, Tulsam balsam, but it smells super smoky, woody, and just super masculine in the base. It actually lasts for a very long time. I was very impressed by the performance. Whereas Dior Homme Intense kind of like beautifies in the dry down. It's not so smoky, patchouli dominant here. This one is a lot more rich in the dry down. Both are incredibly amazing fragrances. I'm most likely going to have to buy a big bottle of Love Flame because it has become one of my favorites in that whole DNA. It really has. All right, let's talk about Wednesday. This is a fragrance I haven't pulled out in a very long time. This is Hugo Boss Reversed. The video is not reversed, that's the text. So this one is very fresh, clean, very musky, fresh. There's a vetiver note in here. This one gets very similar, very close to Roja Dove's Parfum Cologne Elysium. Now it's not one-to-one by any means. This is a pretty, it's like a twist, like a Elysium twist, not necessarily a clone, but it gets you in that same kind of ballpark. The performance on this is terrible though. It is so amazing. The scent profile on this is absolutely stunning. Fresh, clean, and musky, nice musky, woody dry down. It's just incredible. The citrus in here comes across really just pleasant, fresh, light, easy, just everyday smell. I sprayed, just to give you reference, I sprayed on 6 sprays or 6 or 7 sprays, and it didn't last me more than 5 hours, which was a little disappointing. You know, it's like, it's such a good scent profile that this just needs an Elixir version. Reversed Elixir, please come out with that. But it's such a good scent profile, it just needs to last a little bit longer, and I feel like this would be like a beast mode of a cheapie. But if you're looking for like a easy fragrance to throw on and maybe go to the gym or go to like the grocery store or something like that, massive compliment factor here. It smells so amazing, and it doesn't smell screechy, cheap cologne kind of smell. It smells really high class, actually. All right, the next one on Thursday, Maahir Legacy Silver. People give me shit about pronunciations all the time, and at this point, I am doing my best, so we're gonna go with that. This is from Lattafa, and it smells like Parfums de Marly Sedley. It's a fresh and clean lemon lime, musky, fresh ambroxan with a nice sandalwood tone in here. Amazing. This is really good. I think it's one of the better Sedley clones out there. I think there's a couple more that really do it well. But this one is like, it always has been a really good fragrance for me. I just get really good performance with it, and it smells really clean. I sprayed this on one of my shirts and pulled my laundry out of my laundry bag, and I did my laundry today, and I smelled one of the shirts that had this on it, and I was like, that smells really good. Whatever that is, that's really good. Anyway, it's fantastic stuff, good alternative. It smells super high-end, super high class, and it's pretty affordable too. If you want something really good for the summertime, this is a fantastic fragrance from Lattafa. All right, then Friday I wore It's Essential for Men. This is from Rasasi, the same people who bring you Hawass, the hype beast it is. But It's Essential for Men is a stupid name. We can all agree on that. But this is a fantastic ginger fragrance. It is so fresh and clean. I think if you really like ginger and a nice fresh and clean, almost sweet aquatic with a nice floral geranium kind of smell in here, but the main dominant thing in here is a nice citrus ginger kind of mix. There's musk in here in the dry. It's like so fantastically good for the summertime. I got rained on a couple of times. It was a nice hot day where I was driving a lot, so it carried in the air quite nice. It lasted okay amount of time too. It was like in the 6 to 7 hours. But when I got off work, I was planning on going to my friend. He had his, it was the first Friday, and first Friday is usually art day. So you get out and you support the local arts. And my friend had a photographer, he's a photographer, and he had a gallery show. And so we went by, we had some cheese and wine, met up with some friends I haven't seen in a while. So it was always good. And I wore Armani code Elixir for that. The new release, I got it in a few days before I went there, so I really wanted to try it out and give it a shot in a kind of a, you know, atmospherical kind of vibe. And so this is just Armani code Absolute without all the vanilla and the leather cranked up. I was a little just kind of disappointed with it. I mean, it smells really good. It's a leather fragrance of Armani code, and it definitely has that sexy appeal factor here. Like, this is gonna get the job done if you're looking for a sexy fragrance to wear, like going out and stuff like that. I did get some compliments with it, but they were from friends, you know, that I haven't seen in a while, so, you know, that could be a good contributor to compliments. But it's a good fragrance. I'm not gonna lie, it's a really nice leather fragrance, sexy as hell. But I feel like if you just buy Armani code Absolute, you can buy a used bottle on eBay for less than this. I know that the Armani code Absolute is discontinued. I have a big bottle of the Absolute, and then I have a big bottle of the Absolute Gold, which the Absolute Gold just incorporates a little bit of an iris nuance into this DNA, and it's so good. And I have 2 of those big bottles. So what I'm trying to say here is I have so much of this DNA, but I feel like the better version of the DNA. This is just a leathery take on the whole DNA. I would say it's nice, but I would say if you want to spend Elixir prices, just go and buy from eBay. Go and buy like Absolute Gold or Absolute, because I mean, I don't know. I like the vanilla tone in the Absolute. Just my take. All right, then on Saturday I wore 2 fragrances. I wore going out to the gym earlier in the morning. I wore Missoni Wave, and then I got back from the gym and I went out with a friend. I sprayed on more of this, but then when I got back from lunch with the friend, I wanted to get some sun rays. So I went out on a like nice 2-hour walk and I wore Dior Cologne. So 2 fragrances, they're both pretty sweet and both pretty fresh and clean. They're summertime fragrances at its finest. And it was such a great day because I got out and walked. The sun was hitting my face and my arms and my, soul. It's been raining here in Colorado for the past, I think we've had more rain here since May 1st than Seattle has. And I think it's stupid. Anyway, a lot of rain, a lot of misery, but I'm fine with it. We get the sun out. You can't have appreciation for the nice hot summer days without a little bit of rain. All right, and then today I'm gonna wear Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. This is one of my favorites of all time. And I'm trying to get back into wearing things that I like and I love, because with this fragrance, content creation thing, I'm always wearing something new and it's always kind of difficult. I'm talking first world problems here. This is so bullshit. But you always get carried away with new fragrances that you don't have time to spend trying out your old stuff and revisiting it, I suppose. But Prada Luna Rossa Carbon here is kind of a fresher, lavender forward, soapier, cleaner version of Dior Sauvage. It's pretty played out at this point, but I love the smell of it. It's musky, it's fresh, and I feel like there's a different musk kind of quality in here, but it's just fresh, it's clean, and it's a great fragrance just to rock and spend your day just doing casual things. And it's pretty sexy too, if you want a sexy fragrance. I don't think it's gonna pull in your future wife because her ex-boyfriend probably wore it, so that's gonna be a bit of a challenge. But if you want to smell sexy for yourself and your friends around you, definitely worth a shot. Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. But also, once again, wear stuff that you want to wear because life is too short to please unpleasable people. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your weekly rotation in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and what fragrances you got to wear. I'm really wanting to pick up one of those mango fragrances from Paris Corner. I think I'm going to order it today. I think it's Opulent Mango. I forget what the name is, but it's like a mango take, or it's a take on God of Fire, essentially. And so I really want to get my nose on that one, but I haven't spent too much time with God of Fire DNAs, so I want to get on that bandwagon. So leave me some recommendations for some God of Fire clones in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.